Some structures defy logic. Some projects seem impossible until they aren't. And some marvels are so mind-blowing that they make you question how humans even built them. From the tallest skyscrapers to the longest undersea tunnels, today, we're diving into the most jaw-dropping man-made wonders ever created. Think about this: every towering bridge, every futuristic skyline, and every engineering breakthrough started as just an idea. The world's most iconic structures weren't just built for function, they were designed to push limits, to show what humans are capable of, and sometimes just to prove that the impossible is possible. But behind every stunning creation, there are stories of struggle, innovation, and even failure. Today, we're revealing the greatest man-made marvels on Earth and the unbelievable challenges behind them. Building something massive isn't just about money and materials, it's about solving problems no one has solved before. You're fighting gravity, wind, earthquakes, even the limitations of human knowledge. Take skyscrapers. When you build up, you also have to fight against the forces of nature. Wind speeds at high altitudes can shake a building to the point of collapse. Engineers have to design dampers, huge weights that move in the opposite direction to counterbalance the motion. Without them, some of the tallest buildings in the world would be unlivable. Then there's the challenge of water. Underwater tunnels like the Channel Tunnel between England and France had to be dug through soft rock while making sure that millions of gallons of ocean didn't come crashing in. Or take the Itaipu Dam, the world's most powerful hydroelectric dam. It produces more energy than 3 nuclear power plants. But to build it, engineers had to reroute an entire river. Every single marvel on this list represents a fight against nature, a fight that, somehow, humans have won. The Burj Khalifa, the tallest building on Earth. Dubai's Burj Khalifa reaches an unbelievable 2,722 feet into the sky. But here's what most people don't know: at that height, traditional concrete would collapse under its own weight. Engineers had to create a special super concrete that could hold up all 163 floors. And wind? At that height, gusts can reach over 100 miles per hour. The Burj's design literally twists as it rises to cut through the wind rather than resist it. But even crazier, the Burj Khalifa is so tall that from the top floors, you can watch the sunset twice, once from the ground, and then again if you take the elevator up, too. The Channel Tunnel, 31 miles under the ocean. If you've ever traveled from England to France in just 35 minutes, you've gone through one of the longest undersea tunnels in the world. But here's what's wild: this tunnel was actually first proposed in 1802. Napoleon wanted to connect the UK and France, but the technology didn't exist yet. It wasn't until 2 centuries later that engineers could finally dig 31 miles under the ocean and connect the two nations. And the scariest part? Halfway through construction, workers actually met in the middle and they were only a few inches off from perfect alignment. Imagine digging through the earth for miles without seeing the other side, and then meeting up with barely any error. 3. The Great Wall of China, the world's longest man-made structure. Most people know the Great Wall of China is massive, but did you know it's over 13,000 miles long? That's more than 5 times the width of the entire United States. What's even crazier? Scientists discovered that some of the bricks in the wall were stuck together using sticky rice. That's right, ancient Chinese builders mixed rice into the mortar, and the result is a structure that's lasted for over 2,000 years. But here's the sad part: millions of workers died building the wall, and many of them were buried inside it. That's why it's sometimes called the longest graveyard in the world. 4. The Golden Gate Bridge, built to defy the impossible. The Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco looks like a masterpiece of engineering, but when construction started, people thought it was a death trap. Why? Because the waters beneath it are some of the roughest in the world. The tides are so strong that an entire Navy ship was once pulled underwater. The winds? They can reach 60 miles per hour. And yet, engineers managed to build a 1.7-mile-long suspension bridge that still stands strong today. What's even crazier? During construction, a safety net was placed under the bridge and it saved 19 workers from falling to their deaths. These men later called themselves the Halfway to Hell Club. 5. Itaipu Dam, the dam that powers a country. The Itaipu Dam, on the border of Brazil and Paraguay, produces more power than any other hydroelectric dam on Earth. But the real story is how it was built. To make this dam possible, engineers had to literally reroute an entire river, one of the largest in South America. Imagine taking a raging river and forcing it to flow in a different direction just so you can build on top of it. This dam alone produces enough energy to power most of Paraguay and a huge portion of Brazil. It's basically a man-made powerhouse. Here's the big question: what's the greatest man-made marvel of all time? Is it the tallest building? The longest wall? The most powerful dam? Or is it something even bigger, something that hasn't been built yet? Because when you look at these structures, you realize something powerful: humanity doesn't stop. Every time we hit a limit, we push past it. Every time something seems impossible, we find a way. And that means the most incredible man-made marvel? It might still be waiting to be built. These marvels prove that no challenge is too big, no idea is too ambitious, and no dream is too impossible. We've built towers into the sky, tunnels under the ocean, and walls that stretch across continents. But what's next? What's the next impossible thing that humans will make a reality? If you love stories about insane human achievements, check out my next video on the craziest engineering projects happening right now.